Hello to all of my returning and new ECA students and parents. My name is Mr. Battle, and I'm the music teacher here at ECA. I would like to give you guys an overview of our music program so that everyone is prepared for when classes begin starting on next week. So, students will be engaged in listening, analyzing, and describing music. They'll also be singing and learning the techniques of musical instruments. They'll be identifying and classifying instruments by name and genre. They'll be reading and notating music to convey that music can be heard but also visualized and written. They will also be engaged in improvising melodies and composing music. And they will be engaged in understanding music in relation to other arts, history, and cultures. So, in learning that, we have expectations for the class, and these expectations are for me as well. So, the expectations are for the students and also for me as well. So, I'm planning to follow the same expectations as you guys are planning and are going to follow the expectations in order for us to have a successful music class whenever we meet. Okay? So, first, we will also always make sure that we value Mr. Battle's time, just as I will make sure that I value your time by always being on time and prepared. So, when you guys log on to your Zoom for music, because we will hold all of our music classes on Zoom. So when you guys log onto your Zoom, it's very great and responsible, like to make sure that you guys are logging in at least 5 to 10 minutes early. That way you're already set and in place and you have everything you need. You taking care of restroom responsibilities or anything that you needed to do before class time starts. Please make sure that you identify and remove all of the distractions that will prevent you from 100% learning and participation. Please remove all noise in your background, such as TV, talking, and music. Please be sure to test your microphone, your audio, and settings before music class begins. Be sure to include lighting as well. So make sure that you make the necessary adjustments to lighting so that I can be able to see all of you on camera, just as you're able to see me on camera. Please make sure that we use good manners, such as being attentive and waiting for the appropriate time to speak. Always dress appropriately. So when we're on camera, because we will be on camera 100% of the time, we must make sure that we are dressed appropriately because we're still treating this as school because it is school. Although we are learning virtually from a distance, we are still in schooling. So the same things that would apply for when you actually are in the building at ECA will apply for distance learning as well. So always please dress appropriately when we're on camera. Be sure to leave the class at the appropriate time. So if you must leave early, be sure parents also, if you can assist our kids in sending an email to me to let me know that they will not be present or if they had to leave class early. Because part of being successful in music class is 100% virtual participation. So if a student is not there or if they're leaving early, then they're losing the participation aspect for success in music class. Okay? All right, so students will also learn in this, once we accomplish all of those norms for the expectations, just be sure that once those things are established, then students will be able to learn as needed and they will have no distractions or any limitations of their learning as long as those expectations are in place. So parents, if you can please also assist our kids in making sure that they're following those expectations for successful learning. They'll be learning sounds in our environment. They'll be learning the musical instruments, as I mentioned to you earlier, as well as voice. They'll be learning rhythms and learning the values of those rhythms along with movement. They'll be learning musical notes and their durations. They'll learn about the music staff, clefs, and their notations. They'll be engaged and exposed to listening to different styles of music, such as classical, romantic, jazz, and other modern styles and genres of music. They'll also learn a music vocabulary, a plethora of vocabulary that they'll be learning to also add to their own vocabulary and be able to use that vocabulary when we're in music class in their communication to me. And they'll also learn about composers and their songs and pieces as well. Please note, parents, that most of the music classes are 40 minutes long, and there are some that are 20 minutes long. So it is very important that the students at least log on, as I said earlier, 5 to 10 minutes early, and they will wait in the waiting room until their class time starts. So they'll wait in the waiting room until their class time starts. All class schedules are posted in Google Classroom. Google Classroom is where we will host all of our communication. So if there are any assignments, any information that you guys need to know about, all you have to do is go to the Google Classroom for music, Mr. Battle's music class in Google Classroom, and you would find all information there. So in the announcement session is where you will find lots of information that everyone should be aware of as far as the link to Zoom. The link I actually posted maybe 2 or 3 times already there in Google Classroom. So all you have to do is click on that link. Be sure that when you click on that link, that you are ready for class. So that means that you've done everything that you needed to do, boys and girls, and you're ready. That way that your face remains on camera in active participation with me during music class. Okay? Also, parents, try not to log in by using the Zoom app because it may take you to a place where you don't need to be. So to gain direct access to my class, I recommend that you go through by using the browser. Okay, so use your browser to be able to sign into Zoom and be able to be directed into my class, okay, directly. Let's see, anything else I need to say? Yes, so please, Google Classroom is the source for all information for us. So if there are any assignments, any information you need to know regarding music class, it will be posted in Google Classroom in the announcement session. And also always check the classwork tab, because during our synchronous learning, if there's any classwork or assignments that I would like for you guys to see and submit, I will let you know during music class, but you will always find those assignments in the classwork tab, or you may find certain assignments right on the announcements during the posts that are actually being put there. So either way, in the announcements or classwork tab is where you will find all information and assignments, okay? Whenever you need to leave early, as I said early, or if you're going to be absent, please email me at gbattle@ecapcs.org. gbattle@ecapcs.org. So please feel free to email me whenever you're going to be absent or if you need to leave class early. I will also be posting in Google Classroom the classroom expectations and routines. So for all of my pre-K 3 and kindergarten students, I would like for you guys to get your parents to help you in understanding all of the classroom expectations and routines. So I will attach that to our Google Classroom And I will also make note of it so that you can know that this is what the attachment is, so that you guys can actually go through together. Because for pre-K and kindergarten, it's very important, parents, that you help in assisting them when they're at home working on these devices. So 100% assistance to them would be greatly appreciated so that they're able to be successful in what they're learning in class. And the same for our first through third graders. If there's any adult, anyone who's an adult who can be of assistance to our kids during this distance learning time, that would be great and much needed and helpful in them learning and being successful in what they're learning during the music class time, which is only 40 minutes, okay? And some, again, are 20 minutes. Now, if you guys have parents, if you guys have any questions or concerns that you would like to speak with me about, my office hours for communication, where I will be able to respond to your emails when you send your questions and concerns, will be between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. So if I don't respond at any other time, that's because I'm only available during that 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. time every day. So I will always check my email to see if there were any messages sent to me that I need to address with you so that we're all on the same page. So again, if you ever need to reach out to me, please email me and I will be sure to check the emails and respond to them between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. every day, okay? You can also, again, as well, use Google Classroom if there are any things that are not too strenuous that we would need to talk about. You can also post in Google Classroom as well, because we're going to be using that for communication purposes as well. So Google Classroom and my email, that's the way that you can get in contact with me, where I will be able to respond back to you if you have any concerns. That's for parents as well as students. All right, so I went over most of what we needed to talk about. So for all of my pre-K through grade 3 students, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on next week. Now on next week, pre-K, you guys will have music videos that are going to be made for you. Now we're not starting on Zoom next week. So the week of September 7th and the week of September 14th, pre-K, you guys will not be starting on Zoom. You will be learning by watching music videos that will be posted twice during those 2 weeks. So the week of September 7th, there will be a music video posted in the afternoon during asynchronous learning in the afternoon, and those music videos will be posted for you in Google Classroom, okay? So music lessons for pre-K students only for pre-K students. You guys will receive a music lesson video for the week of September 7th and the week of September 14th. And during those weeks, those videos will be posted on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons in Google Classroom, only for those 2 weeks. But please note, pre-K parents, please note that we will start Zoom music classes the week of September 21st. Okay, so I'll say that again, September 7th and September 14th. Those 2 weeks, the pre-K students will receive music lesson videos, and those will be posted during asynchronous learning time in the afternoon. And you will be able to find those videos in the Google Music Classroom. You may find it in the announcement session, or you also may find it in classwork. So check in either of those places and you will find the music lesson videos only for those 2 weeks. And we're doing that because there's a slight schedule conflict with the pre-K team. So only for those 2 weeks, you guys will receive videos. But again, September 21st, everyone will report to music class via Zoom. The class schedules are posted in Google Classroom, along with the link, the Zoom link that you will need to click on to join the class. Okay? So please be sure to check the music schedule that's posted in Google Classroom. And I even posted the expectations and everything that you need to know there regarding music class. Everything is there. So again, please check the schedule for your classroom teacher's name. It will have your classroom teacher's name, as well as the day and the time that you are supposed to log in for music on Zoom. Okay? So I plan for us to all work together in this. I know that this is a difficult time, but we're going to make this work because me as a teacher, I'm very passionate about students learning. And although we are learning from a distance, we're still going to give them the same schooling and have the same expectations as we would have if they were in our building. Okay? Because I believe that children overall can learn within any environment. They can learn at home, they can learn at school. And in this situation that we're in now during this time, this pandemic, they're having to learn at home. So parents, it would be greatly appreciated to have your support in making sure that our students are ready and set to go on their devices. Okay? That would be greatly appreciated, especially for our pre-K through kindergarten students. Also, yes, so for right now, I believe that that's it, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you very soon, okay? Now on next week, oh, I did not mention this, but I'll mention it. On next week, also K through 3 will be starting on next week, and you guys will be starting on Zoom at your scheduled class times. So again, please adhere to the music schedule that's been posted in Google Classroom for your day and time. Also make sure that you adhere to the virtual norms that are also posted there, which I mentioned to you earlier about those norms also being for me as well, because I'm going to make sure that I'm modeling those norms so that you are able to reciprocate those norms as well. Okay? So again, my name is Mr. Battle and I'm the music teacher, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of my new and returning students and parents. And I want you guys to just know that we're all learning together through this virtual learning setting. So there will be glitches in technology and things like that, but we're all working to do the very best we can to support our children. That's top priority, and that's what's most important. Making sure that even though we're not in the school building together, that our children are still receiving the best education that they can get to make sure that they're successful in their lives and their overall growth. Okay, so let's all work together in this, parents and students. We know that we're dealing with technology once again, so there are going to be times where, the sound may not be too good, but I want us to always listen, do our best to listen as best as we can so that we can be able to learn as best as we can. So until I see you guys, I look forward to seeing you guys starting next week, all of my K through 3 students, and make sure pre-K, you guys will be viewing the 2 music videos that will be posted during September 7th on Tuesday and Thursday, and the week of September 14th on Tuesday and Thursday. But come September 21st, we're all connecting to music on Zoom. So just be sure to check for the music schedule once again to make sure that we're all aligned with the time that we're supposed to be on Zoom. Please be sure to take care of restroom, water, all of those things. Make sure that those things are out of the way. We don't want any distractions from our class time. Okay? So see you next time. Looking forward to meeting all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.